My name's Ron and welcome to another Trade Earthmovers Heavy Machinery review. Well, today we thought we'd throw something different at you. Each month I think we might put a bit of a review on there for you guys on some used machinery which is currently in use. That way we won't have any problem about getting into trouble for taking the paint off the blade or putting a little scratch here or there or using up too much fuel. This way we're hoping that we'll be able to get some contractors to put their hand up and offer their machinery in a working mode, in a working environment, so that we can get out there and just do a nice little test run on the machine. If it's got around about 5,000 hours or more on it, that suits us right down to the ground. So today we're at Boona. It's a nice little place, very picturesque out here in the mountains, and it's in the southeast area of Queensland, in the scenic rim actually. And today, because we've asked one of our good advertising partners in the magazine, Floating Excavators, they've offered up their little CAT311cu hydraulic excavator. It's got about 5,500 hours on it, and we're all ready to give it a bit of a workout today. We've been fortunate enough to be able to have a good run with this machine, half a day yesterday and half a day today, in two different locations, although on the same mountain. You know what, mate, I'm pretty impressed with it. This is solid as a rock. There's none of this light weight bounce around with this little machine. You know, with that little blade there, how that sits out a fair distance from the front of the tracks, this long dipper arm which is fitted to this machine, it's absolutely perfect to be able to pick up the rocks, pick up those trees, all those lantana bushes that were up on the hill there yesterday, squash it all in. It's as good as a 4-in-1, you know, on a loader or on a backhoe or even a big bobcat. To be able to sort of go in there and knock that lantana over, do a nice little house pad there, all in a matter of around about an hour, hour and a half. That blade, once you wedge that into the ground, and you're picking up some of these bigger rocks here, that's equivalent to the stability of a 20-ton excavator, and yet you've got your dozer blade on there, you can turn it into a dozer. Of course, the versatility of an excavator, you've got everything. Root rake, tilting bucket, ripper, all the other buckets, spreader bar. Susie's looking for a hammer and a vibrating plate to go with it to complement this little machine. How versatile. One-stop shop. How long have you had the machine now and how many hours were on it when you bought it?
About 3,500 hours.
Yep, I see you got 5,500 hours on the clock there now. Have you had much trouble with the machine at all in that period of time?
Very little, other than a few hoses breaking in this rough terrain.
You've certainly got some rough country up here. I noticed that that's not a bad sort of access road that you've cut in so far to this block. I suppose with that blade it just makes it ideal. It's just as good as having a dozer, I'd say. That little machine there, it just keeps pushing. I don't know whether you noticed, but when I was just on it a few minutes ago, when you think the machine can't push anymore, all we do is put the bucket over and lift that big pile of dirt up the front, take the pressure off, and you can push it for another 20 metres. So I suppose overall, pretty happy with the CAT?
Very happy.
For anyone who's sort of looking to buy a second-hand machine, first thing is that I went over the tracks. I noticed that the drive sprockets definitely worn. They're down around about that 50%. Done a lot of walking, although the idlers, top and the front idler is fine, and the top and bottom rollers are fine. Pins and bushes haven't been turned, they're fine. It's just the drive sprockets. To utilise that blade to push, especially in these conditions here, it becomes just as much a bulldozer as what it does an excavator. When I hopped into the cab yesterday, the first thing I noticed, nice and clean and everything in place. Everything comes out with it standard these days. It's just got an aftermarket UHF radio in it. Really nice dark tinted windows which keeps that hot Queensland sun at bay. Lovely air conditioner, and I used it yesterday as well. Just over there near the front step, which runs up onto the fuel tank, it's been pushed out of whack from a rock that's come over the blade and onto the tracks. Same thing, a couple of dents up underneath the body panels there as well. Run into those rocks and trees. It's disappointing, but they're the things that happen. Scrub scratches just up along the side, a little bit of a dent at the back, worn bucket pins, slight leak in the, notice we've got a slight leak in the quick hitch here, minor, but that needs to be addressed. See a light missing off the side. This machine has got plenty of time, plenty of years left to make a lot more money. The next 2,000 hours, of course, the owner's going to have to put their hand in their pocket and start to spend a few dollars. But even so, general maintenance, keep up your daily servicing, change your oil regularly, keep your ground engagement tools spot on, keep those tracks clean, fuel filters clean, hydraulic oil up to scratch. This little cat, she's good for another 5,000 hours.